Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Beulah Thomas. In today's video, we're going to look at 7 habits that will transform our life. I know there's millions of habits that can transform our life, but I picked out 7 because I think that's a great number. So 7 habits that will transform our lives. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, welcome. I really hope this video motivates you and inspires you. This video is part of our Prepare for 2023 series. I started it off last week, so if you haven't checked that video out, I'll make sure I tag that video towards the end, or you can always go check it out in the description box. Also, if you just landed on my video due to a YouTube search, hello and welcome to my channel. Do check out my other videos. I share videos every single Wednesday, and I cover topics on motherhood, motivational video, cleaning videos. I also share videos on moving to and living here in New Zealand. So do check out my other videos while you are here. And if you haven't done it yet, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn your notifications on. All right, let's get into those 7 habits. The first one is to reevaluate. The end of the year is usually the perfect time to look at what we have done, achieved this year, or perhaps maybe it has been a tough year where we couldn't achieve any goals. Whatever your current status is, now is the perfect time to just sit down, reevaluate how this current year has been. Now is the perfect time to reevaluate all of the goals that we might have set in 2022. Maybe we already achieved some, maybe we started but we couldn't accomplish it. But reevaluate all of it. Maybe it's time that you can set up some fresh goals. If you're not the kind of person who sets goals, it's all right. But look through what you have accomplished, see where your life is currently and where you want for your life to head towards, and then set up a few things that you can do in the new year. The second habit is to stay on top of your finances. It's really important that we stay consistent when it comes to our money. We're living in a world where we want to be better off, and we want more money, we want to set ourselves up, but it's really important that it's a daily habit or a monthly habit. And now is a really good time where you can evaluate the past year, look at all the expenses, look at how you've saved, how you can save more next year, how you can donate financially next year. So now is a really good time to check through all of that and see what you can beat out, see what you can stop, see what you can restart. If you paused last year, some of us, we could have stopped saving just to make sure that we are able to pay all of the bills and keep up with the expenses. Maybe now you're in a better place, so maybe you can start saving again. It's really important to set up an emergency fund, and whether it's for you, yourself as an individual, or for your family, because you'll never know when expenses or suddenly creep up where you need some money. And so look through all of your finances and see how you can get yourself organized in 2023. Number 3 is to write it down. I find that every single time I write something down, I will visualize it, and number 2, I will get it done. And so having something written down in front of us is so important, and so I highly encourage you to do that. Another thing when it comes to writing down is just not our to-do list or our goals, but things that we've learned, or if there's been something positive or negative, or if you're into the habit of journaling, it's really nice because you can go back and reread all the good stuff that has happened, or if there's something bad that's happened, you can see how that you worked yourself through that challenge. So I really recommend this habit where you start writing things down. And I think it's sort of almost like a brain dump that people do on social media these days. You can actually write it down for your personal use. If you find doing a brain dump is helpful for everybody else to know, you could do that too. But if you like to evaluate yourself, I highly recommend trying this habit of writing it down. Number 4 is to look less at the screen, okay? And I know this is a bit of a challenge even for me, especially with this YouTube thing that I started a year ago, where I actually have to spend a lot of time because I am, researching, reading, planning every single video, and I need to be looking at a screen. And during the day, I'm at work where I'm not just looking at one screen, but I've got 3 screens. So you're always constantly looking at something, and at home, even if I'm not watching TV, the kids will have something on. So we've got the screen on all the time. I do know that before this YouTube channel started, it was a bit more easier for me to tune off a little bit. I think I'm gonna try this habit in the new year of just looking less at the screen. I think trying to avoid or cut back on using the screen for personal entertainment might be a challenge, but I'm gonna set myself up with that goal. And maybe, try a new hobby that does not involve the screen. So I'm just gonna put that out to you as well. And if you know me personally, why don't you message me, and maybe we can be accountability partners and see what habit can we pick up, or maybe we can make 2023 the year to pick up a brand new hobby or revive an old hobby. Remember those days where we took the time out to do something creative that did not involve a screen, and we read more books, or we just went out for long walks and didn't need the phone to keep us entertained. So that is going to be a habit that I'm going to try. And like I said, if you know me personally, message me, and then let's try to create this habit in 2023. Number 5, never accepting toxic situations. Now this can be at work, this could be at home with a family member, or it could be with a friend. If you find yourself that you have been accommodating, sacrificing, and making changes for the other person, or your work kind of literally take over your life, maybe 2023 is the year for change. Maybe you need a new job, maybe it's time to end that friendship, or maybe it's time that we start to learn to set boundaries. So let this year be that year that we don't let that toxic friendship or toxic work situation take over our lives, that we are so consumed by it that we are in a standstill and unable to move forward. Number 6, enjoying silence a little bit more. We are constantly surrounded by noise. I already talked about having less screen time. But let's just say at work, we are constantly chatting, and of course that's really important. We need to get work done. And then when you come home, if you have got young kids, your house is probably really loud. And we've got the TV on, even if you're not watching TV. And we might be watching TV and watching something on Instagram at the same time. So we all sort of do this. So in 2023, let's take a little bit of time. It might just be 5 minutes or 10 minutes every single day, whether it's at the start of the day or at the end of the day, whatever your current routine is like for your day. You find 5 to 10 minutes to pray, or to meditate, or to journal, or just to sit in silence, maybe with a cup of coffee, or you're drinking water with a bit of lemon, because it's a new year. You need to have new habits, new healthy habits, whatever you're doing, but you're trying to find that time to add in a little bit of silence. If you live in a beautiful suburb like I do, just put on your walking shoes, head out of your house, go for a little walk. Don't have to even jog, just go for a walk, and listen to the sound of the birds. Maybe listen to some music if you want to, but just listen to that stillness, take in all of that silence, and just reset and recharge. Number 7, moving more in 2023. Now, if you think that I'm going to suggest joining a gym or start running or jogging every single day, that's not what I'm trying to suggest here, because I do know that every single one of us is in a different season in life. So what might work for me may not work for you, and what works for you may not work for me. But what I'm trying to say here is, even if you are sitting at a desk job, you are conscious that you get up after 30 minutes or after an hour, go for a walk around the office, or get down out of the building, stand, breathe some fresh air, and go back. So we're making a conscious effort to make ourselves move instead of just sitting there. I know a lot of people have invested into getting standing desks at home, because working from home is quite common, so that's a really good idea. My workspace, like a lot of workspaces, provides that. So you're making changes, you're making conscious changes. So instead of just sitting there the whole time, you're making sure you're standing up, going and getting a glass of water, or making coffee, just making sure that you're moving. For me personally, work is busy, so what works for me to make sure I'm moving is going to the gym. Again, it may not work for you because you might have a young baby, or there's lots on and happening in your life at the moment. So this is just an alternative where you're conscious about what you're doing through the day, instead of just sitting at your desk and then getting into your car and then coming home and sitting on the couch. you're adding on some physical movement during your day. Alright guys, I really hope you enjoyed this short video of 7 habits that will transform your life. Like I said at the start, there are so many different habits that we can add on to our life, but I chose to just share 7 because I want you to start thinking about the habits that you can adapt into your life in this new year. So if you have a habit that you are planning to implement, not just from the ones that I've shared, but something else, do let me know in the comment section below, because I'm always looking for new habits to try to improve the way I live my life. So I would love to know what you're planning to do in 2023. Alright, I look forward to seeing you with a brand new video next Wednesday. Until then, take care and goodbye.